daughter named Zumet, a stepmother, and a sister named Kemet lived together. When father went to work, stepmother started to bother Zumrad. Although Zumrad did all the hard housework, Kemet ate, slept, and idled away all day long. One day, when the father came back home from finishing work, the stepmother shouted at the father with an angry voice.
Zumet doesn't do homework at all. She just eats and sleeps. Kemet does all the house chores. I can't live like this anymore. Please, leave Zumet in the forest.
The father thought for a long time and finally took Zumrad to the forest. He told Zumrad to take a rest under a big tree for a moment and lied that he will take her soon. After that, he left her in the forest and went away. As the father didn't come home until late night, Zumrad wandered everywhere in the forest to find her father. However, she couldn't find her father but found an axe that her father had used before. Zumrad lost her way in the forest and kept following a dim light far away aimlessly. The source of the light was an old lady's house. Since that day, Zumrad started to live with the old lady. Zumrad cleaned the helm every day and helped the old lady. By doing so, she thought she could repay the favor. One day, the old lady asked Zumrad,
Zumrad, please go up to the rooftop and take some branches.
After arriving at the rooftop, she noticed her house and cried out.
My dear Zumrad, why are you crying?
The old lady asked. Zumrad replied with a sad voice.
I miss my father a lot.
The old lady felt sorry for her and said, You
seem to miss your father very much. How about going back home?
After saying like that, she prepared a wagon and a box filled with gifts for Zumrad to go home safely and be welcomed by her family. And then they said goodbye to each other. As Zumrad came back safely, her father felt sorry for her, but very happy. The family gathered to welcome Zumrad, and she opened the gifts which the old lady gave her. While seeing this moment, stepmother felt angry and jealous. She couldn't endure.
You should leave my daughter Kemet in the forest, too,
the stepmother said. The father left Kemet in the forest without hesitation. Kemet went to the old lady's home directly, pretending she lost her way. When she met the old lady, Kemet said rudely,
I'm starving. Give me something to eat.
The old lady thought Kemet as a guest and prepared and cooked meals for her. Although Kemet nagged the old lady that she would live with the old lady, she didn't help the old lady's house chores at all and became a burden to the old lady. A few days later, the old lady asked Kemet to go up to the rooftop and bring some branches. But uncautious Kemet said,
Why should I do that, ma'am?
And didn't move at all. However, as the old lady told her she would give her a gift, Kemet changed her mind and went up to the rooftop. When Kemet reached the top of the building, she suddenly started crying.
Why are you crying?
The old lady asked.
I miss my mom,
Kemet replied. The old lady sent a big box filled with gifts for Kemet to go home, too. The old lady asked her too.
Kemet, can you carry it by yourself?
Kemet said,
Of course, ma'am,
and walked away without looking back. Kemet carried a heavy box on her shoulder and arrived at the home in the middle of the night. The stepmother found her daughter come and went inside with her daughter quietly. The stepmother and Kemet opened the big box with excitement. However, surprisingly, 2 dragons swam out of the box inside. They couldn't run away because they already locked the door. 2 dragons swallowed them quickly. After that, the father regretted his mistake and lived happily as helping others with Kemet afterward.